All right, let's talk about the clowns over at CNN. So Brian Stelter, as you guys know, he hosts Reliable Sources. I mean, I say it all the time, it's the most ironically named television show ever. I mean, it should be called Unreliable Sources. Then you got a solid show, I'll never talk about it again. Like a little honesty in the title would be nice. Well, anyway, Brian Stelter had author Michael Wolff on. Now, Michael Wolff has written a couple books about Donald Trump that I think at times have been debunked. I don't think this guy's anyone sort of spectacular, but he sort of deserves CNN and CNN deserves him. And anyway, he went on Stelter's show yesterday and absolutely wrecked him on live TV. So, well, get popcorn and take a look.
I think the media has done a terrible job on this. I think you yourself, while you're a nice guy, you're full of sanctimony. You become part of one of the parts of the problem of the media. You come on here and you have a monopoly on truth. You know exactly how things are supposed to be done. You are one of the reasons people can't stand the media. I'm sorry.
You're cracking me up.
It's your fault.
So what should I do differently, Michael?
Don't talk so much. Listen more. People have genuine problems with the media. The media doesn't get the story right. The media exists in its own bubble.
That's true. I agree.
You got to stop. I mean, that last segment that I just had to listen to of all of the people saying the same old stuff. Also, you're incredibly repetitive. It's week after week. I mean, you're the flip side of Donald Trump. Fake news, and you say virtuous news.
We just figure out what is real.
I mean,
I'm listening.
Well, figuring out what is real is not so easy, and right. Most people don't want to turn to Brian Stelter to tell us what's real. I'm sorry.
Most people don't want to turn to Brian Stelter to tell us what's real. I'm sorry. Okay, so first off, again, this Michael Wolff guy, I don't want to make it about him. He's written a couple over-the-top books about Donald Trump that I think the book that came out during the administration was heavily debunked. So it's not really about him. What's nice about this, though, is that every now and again, something true can actually come through the airwaves. In essence, of course, what Wolff is saying there is true. You, Stelter, are part of the problem. And what does Stelter do? He's laughing. And then his line is, "You're cracking me up. You're cracking me up." Imagine if I was on air with someone and they just started full-on assaulting my very integrity and everything that I do. You think I'd be ready to fight back? You think anyone with any wherewithal, with any belief in what they were doing, would actually push back? No, I am not that. I am not a fraud. I am not a liar, et cetera, et cetera. But Stelter's really got nothing. He's just got nothing. And then the way he talks about them being repetitive and everything else. So again, I know that their ratings are in the tank, and it's one of those things, how often do we have to expose them versus by talking about them, are we giving more air to them and that whole thing. But it is nice to know that there was some blue-pilled person that watches the Brian Stelter Reliable Sources program that was watching it yesterday morning that heard something somewhat true on CNN, because you ain't gonna hear anything else true on CNN. Now, that all being said, we have a cracked team of researchers here and video editors here at the Rubin Report, professional people doing professional things all day long, and we put together a little something special related to that video. Here you go.
I think you yourself, while you're a nice guy, you're full of sanctimony. You become part of one of the parts of the problem of the media. You are one of the reasons people can't stand the media. I'm sorry.
You're cracking me up.
Don't talk so much. Listen more. Most people don't want to turn to Brian Stelter to tell us what's real. I'm sorry.
Look, you might say, Dave, you're above that. And the truth is no. I'm not above that. He's Humpty Dumpty. He's half Humpty Dumpty, half potato, pretending to be a newsman on CNN, and he deserves the humor that we bring to it.